Purling Through Life, and welcome to day one of VLOGMAS. My name's Melissa, and I'm coming to you from the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia. So I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I will be doing a video every day throughout VLOGMAS, which starts today, December 1st, and goes until December 25th. And hopefully I will get a video uploaded every day, and they'll be short videos. And during VLOGMAS, I have some things to share with you. I have 3 advents, and I also have some knitting that I plan on doing. So I hope you'll come back every day to see my advents and to see the progress on the knitting I'll be doing. So, like I said, I have 3 advents, and the first advent I have is a yarn advent, and this is Sweet Tea Yarns by Molly Klein Design. And this is an advent of 20 gram minis that you open every day. There's 24 of them. And then on Christmas Day, there is a full skein, 100 gram full skein to open on Christmas Day. So I will be opening that with you in just a second. And then I also have a stitch marker advent to share with you. And this is from Firefly Notes. And there are 25 days. There are 25 stitch markers to open, one each day. So I'll be doing that. The third advent that I'd like to share with you comes from Freckled Whimsy, and they dye self-striping sock yarn, and their advent sock yarn includes 24 stripes. So every day I will knit a stripe and show you the stripe for that day. And then I also have some knitting that I want to do throughout VLOGMAS, and I will show you the progress every day. So with my yarn from Sweet Tea Yarns, I would like to knit this blanket. And this is by Helen Stewart. It's the Anthology Throw. And I think this was a advent pattern for last year that I intended to use my advents from last year to knit, and I never did, but I would like to do it this year. So I'll show you the yarn, and then I will skein the yarn up, knit as much as I can, and show you the progress throughout VLOGMAS. I would love it if I could get it all done in the month of December, but probably not. But I'll show you the progress that I've made throughout. So yeah, so that's what I intend to do with that yarn. And then I also have some other socks that I'd like to show you. I have some Christmas socks that I'm still working on that I hope to get done. And then I have another pair of socks from Mustache Yarn that is not really advent socks, but I want to knit them throughout December because I really want to have these. They actually do have 24 stripes, but I won't be just knitting a stripe a day and showing it to you. But what I will be doing is I'll be knitting them 2 at a time, which I've never done. So I'll show you the progress on that in just a minute. So those are the things that I'll be working on during VLOGMAS. And maybe, probably not likely, but maybe I'll have some other things that I can work on. Well, I do need to get a few Christmas presents done, so I'll be showing you those as well. So let's get to the advents. I'm very excited. So the first thing I'll show you is the yarn. And here it is. This is day 1. Day 1. And like I said, this is fingering weight yarn. And I really don't know. I think it's like 75-25 superwash merino nylon. I'm thinking that's what it is. And it's, I don't know, did I say it's fingering weight? Oh, it's so pretty. So here it is. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so pretty. Can you see? Oh, it is beautiful. Just beautiful. And then there was also a sticker included. Oh, can you see that? So there is the yarn for day 1. I love it. I love it. Ooh. And then I did this last year, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to put the yarn in here, but I'll also be, when it gets to, I'm also going to be putting the project in this bag, and this bag is from Cottontail Farms. And I'll be putting the yarn and the throw that I'm going to knit with this yarn in this bag. Oh, I love that. I love that color. So there we go. And then the next thing, I'm super excited for this. I've had this Advent for a little while. I've had it for quite a few months, and I have just been itching to open it. So day one, from Firefly Notes, and I will list all these shops down below, so you can go. They have wonderful stitch markers and wonderful tins. So I will list them all below so you can check them out. Oh, so I don't think I mentioned this. Look at this. Maybe before I show you. Oh, no, I'll show you first. Can I get that out? So there is the stitch marker. It's a butterfly, and I will probably take a picture and put it in here so that you can see it. So you can see get a good idea of what it looks like. It's beautiful. So I will say this about this, the stitch markers. I'll explain a bit about it. It says, this year's Firefly Notes Stitch Marker Advent Calendar is a tribute to the fairy world and celestial night sky. Each enamel charm on the end of your marker has been lovingly custom designed and made to add a little magic to your project. On each of the 25 days you open the little fairy doors, you will discover one of 20 round stitch markers or 5 progress keepers. All charms are unique to this year's calendar. Enjoy. Well, this is beautiful. And so this is a round stitch marker. It's beautiful. And that's what it says, beautiful. It is. It is. So I'm so happy with that. So I've already done it, hopefully. You've seen that. I'll take a picture so you can get a better up-close look at this. And then I will show you my Freckled Whimsy Advent socks. So I've already knit the cuff. I'm knitting them concurrently. So I've knit the cuff already, and I've already knit the first stripe. And they're living in this bag, this Christmas bag from Twisted Yarn and Fiber. Here is their label. So this is on their Serendipity base. It's 75/25 superwash merino nylon, 460 yards, 100 grams, and the name of the yarn is Hearth and Home 2023 Advent, and it's 24 stripes. Now the mini, it came with a mini as well, and here's the mini. And I've done the cuffs in the mini. And then I've also knit the first stripe for day one. And like I said, I'm knitting them at the same time, not 2 at a time, but concurrently, so they're on 2 separate needles. And here they are. So there is the cuff, and there is the first stripe. There's the first one. And here's the second one. So I am knitting these, I'm just going to knit vanilla socks, and I knit them, I'm knitting them on magic loop, and the yarn is getting everywhere. So I'm knitting them on magic loop, and I use a 2.25 millimeter needle. These are my high sharps, and 64 stitches I cast on, and I knit them cuff down. And I do a 2x2 rib for 15 rounds. So there is that, day one of the sock. And so another pair of socks that I'm going to knit throughout Vlogmas are my socks from Mustache Yarns. Let me see. Yep, here they are. So I'll show you the, because I did get this yarn in the summer. I think for Christmas in July or something. So I have shown the skein of yarn a while back, but it comes in two. So what it was is it comes in a hank of yarn, and there are two 100-gram hank of yarn, but there are two 50-gram hanks wound together so that you can get them to match, starting point to match. It's called their Perfect Must Match Set. So here's their label. And this yarn is 460 yards, 100 grams. It's fingering weight, 75-25, superwash merino nylon. And it is, the name of the colorway is A Very Hobbit Christmas. And here they are. So they're 50 grams, and they start at the same spot. So here they are. And I'm going to be knitting these 2 at a time. And I'm using Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady, her tutorial on how to knit socks 2 at a time, cuff down. So I haven't actually got them on the needles yet. I've got this one done. And I transferred them over to DPNs because she suggests that, well, first of all, I'm using Magic Loop. Here's the second one. I'm using Magic Loop 2.25. And she suggests to make it easier that you do the first cuff and then you transfer it onto this, to DPNs or other needles, whatever. And so that is attached to 150 gram. And then you take the other 50 gram and do the second sock, do the cuff of the second sock, and then you join the two together, and then you start knitting them 2 at a time. That's all I know so far. This is the first time I've ever done this. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If not, I will just, I don't really, I think the reason why I did this was because all I had was, I have a lot of sock needles, but identical sock needles, not so much. So these, I have these Chow Goos, and I have them on 40-inch cord. And I have another 40-inch cord, and then I have another 32-inch cord, and I thought, well, let's just try the 40-inch cord 2 at a time and see what happens. Did I show you? And it's living in this bag, and this is from Cedar Hill Farms. So let's see what happens with these. They might, next time you see them, I might say forget it, and you'll see them on 2 separate needles. You might. Okay, and then the last thing I want to show you is another pair of socks I'm almost done with. And these are Christmas socks. And they're living in this bag. This is from Knit for Brains. And here's the first sock. I have it done. I'll show you on the sock blocker tomorrow. But I have it done. So here's the first sock. Now I knit this, I usually do a afterthought heel, but I decided to do a heel flap and gusset, and I don't like it. Every time I do this, they feel fine. I get my measurements wrong, and the saw is too long. They're too big. It's the second time lately that's happened to me. I'm not measuring right, but anyway. So here is the sock done, and then here is the second sock. Almost done. I'm very close to the toe decreases. And I'm not sure I don't know about this yarn. I don't think it looks very Christmassy. It surely did when it in the hank. But I don't know. I'm not sure about them. So here is the yarn. It's beautiful yarn. See, doesn't it look so pretty? It's funny how it looks like this and then it looks like this. I'm just not, I don't know. So the yarn, this yarn here is by Bumblebee Acres. Here's their label. This is the Holly Jolly Christmas, which is a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer inspired yarn. It's on their bubble sock base, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% silk, and it's 400 yards. And I'm doing these on magic loop as well. And I cast on 64 stitches, 2x2 rib, cuff down, 2x2 rib for 15 rounds. And normally I do an afterthought heel, and that yarn is a Knit Pick Stroll yarn. I don't know what it is. Is it Aurora Heather, I think? And yeah, so these are very close to being done. And then if I get ambitious, or if I have time, which I doubt, these will probably be for next year. I do have another pair of, or I do have another sock yarn that I would like to knit, but I don't know that I'll do it this year. So this is from Mustache Yarns. I love Mustache Yarns. And this is it's a perfect must match set, which means this 100 grams is actually 250 grams wound together, so that you can separate them, wind them up, and they start at the same place and they'll match. So everything else is the same, 75, 25, 460 yards, but this colorway is gingerbread. I don't know how many stripes are in this one. Sometimes it says on the label, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm pretty sure it'll tell you on the website. So if things miraculously go smoothly and I got lots of knitting time, maybe I will skein these up, cake these up and knit these. Probably not. These will probably be for next year. All right, so that is it. That's all I have to share with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you tomorrow, and I hope the rest of your day is wonderful. So until then, bye for now.